Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar on optimizing web performance. In this webinar, we will be exploring the key strategies and techniques, how to enhance your website speed, responsiveness, and overall user experience, ensuring fast load time and improving performance across all the devices. And this topic will be covered by Janvi, and she will be providing us all the insight and in-depth analysis what we should do. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay, for the introduction. So, first of all, thank you all to joining this webinar session. So, let's start. First, let me share my screen first. Can anybody tell me is my screen is visible? It is visible. So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on optimizing web performance that can make best practice for any web developer. So, as a front-end developer, I am very excited to share with you some practical techniques to improve the performance of your web applications, ultimately enhancing user experience and boosting SEO. So, let's dive in. So, web performance has a direct impact on user experience and like search engine ranking and conversations. Studies shows that 53% of mobile users abandoned a site if it's take more than 3 seconds to load. So for the faster website can retain users and improve engagement and can lead to increased conversations and optimizing your web applications performance uh, l- uh, in in that ranking and it and in the era of mobile first design, it's more important than ever to ensure fast and responsive website. So what are core web vitals? To measure the performance of your website, Google introduced core web vitals. These metrics focus on the user experience that includes uh, LCP, that is largest contentful paint, that is which is measure how it take to load your content, and the second one is first input delay like FID, which looks that how quickly the site responds to the first user interaction. And the second one is cumulative layout shift, which is focus on your visual stability. These vitals are critical because they help to determine how user perceive your website and your website performance, which is directly influence how Google rank your page. And reducing page load time. Now let's talk about how to reduce page load time. For start by minimizing HTTP request. Every request adds load time. So reducing the number of elements on your page can make a big difference. And you can also use asynchronous loading for non-critical web JavaScript code to prevent from blocking your page and for avoiding the blank screen until and unless your website is load. And another important asset is server-side rendering. As a fast backend ensure that the front end can render quickly. So finally, and you can also use lazy loading for image or other medias. So they are only loaded when the specific viewport can be needed. And the third one is image optimization. So images are often one of the biggest contribution to slow page loads, but optimizing them can have a specific impact on performance. So choose the right format. Use WebP for modern browsers and PNG or JPG for older browsers. And you can also use the compressive images, and for that you can use tools like TinyPNG or Image Optim. And and this is very important that you have to make your website or images responsive. And also you can also use lazy loading images, like if there are some images which is on a long scroll screen. So you can use React lazy load, which load your images whenever you scroll the page. And reducing JavaScript and CSS pages. JavaScript and CSS files can easily become bloated and leading to slower page load. To combine this, use sufficient, or you can also remove the unnecessary characters like spaces or comment in your code. And you can also use three shaking algorithm that helps to remove unusable JavaScript code. And also you can use split code, because doing the code splitting in right way, you can make your code a very optimize in a optimized way. And also your and you can also make your application more enhanced. And coaching and service workers, catching is the one of the best way to speed up page load time for returning visitors. So you can use user browser catching by setting catching experiences header to the static assets like images and CSS and JavaScript files, allowing user to load content from their local caches instead of requesting it again. And use the content delivery networks like CDN to distribute your static resources across multiple servers worldwide, reducing the distance data needed to travel. And how to optimize web fonts. So web fonts can also be a performance bottleneck. So optimizing them is crucial. So limit font variant by only load the weight and styles as for your need. And you can also use fonts like WOFF2, which are highly compressed. And you can also use preloads in link tag to load critical fonts easily. And improving time to interactive. Time to interactive is a important metrics because it shows how quickly your page becomes usable. To improve to improve the interaction in your application. So different non-critical JavaScript using the async and defer attributes. So the browser can continue rendering your page without waiting the JavaScript to load. And also you can also use the web workers to run intensive tasks in the background, preventing them from the blocking the main thread. Finally, break down long tasks into smaller chunks to avoid long delays and during renderings. And the one is tools for measuring and monitoring web performance. There are several tools you can use to measure and monitor your web performance, like Google Lighthouse, that provides a comprehensive performance audit for web pages, and Page Speed in Light gives actionable recommendations on how to improve performance, and Web Page Test that provides detailed performance metrics and including load time for each asset. And the last one is GTmetrix that offers similar insights along with the ability to simulate page loads from different location and devices. So to wrap up here, there are some key ways that focus on reducing page load times by optimizing images, fonts, and JavaScript, and improve your site interactive by deferring non-essential tasks, and use caching and CDNs to ensure faster delivery for repeated visitors, and regularly monitor your performance using tools like Lighthouse to stay ahead of performance issues. And also, if you want to deep dive deeper into performance optimization, here are some resources to get you started, like Google Developer that offers a lot of content on web performance for best practice, and Mozilla MDN Web Docs that are great for deep dives into performance concepts. Or Front-End Masters has a course specifically dedicated to web performance optimization. So thank you again to attending, and I hope you found the session helpful. And that brings us to end of the presentation. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I love to hear any questions or thoughts you might have. So feel free to ask away.
Hello.
Hi, Arif.
Yeah, hi Janvi. So thank you for this informative session, and I have one question for you also. So
Okay.
can you explain how can I optimize the performance of large JavaScript files in context of optimization?
Yeah, sure. To optimize large JavaScript files, you can remove unnecessary characters like space and comments, and also you can use code splitting to load only the part of JavaScript that need to be specific pages, and you can also apply three shaking, which eliminates unused code from your final bundle. And also you can defer loading non-essential scripts by using the async or defer attributes to prevent them for blocking or rendering your content.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Arjun.
Uh, Hi, Janvi. So I have a doubt that how can I optimize web fonts for performance?
Okay. So to optimize web fonts, you can use modern compressed formats, and also you can limit the font variant and only load the specific weight and style that you need. And also you use font display property with swap and optional values to avoid blank screen while fonts are loading.
Uh, okay. Yeah, that will help.
Yeah. Okay.